In this special tribute, we honor the legendary wrestlers whose legacies continue to shape the world of wrestling. Their dedication, passion, and unforgettable moments live on in the hearts of fans. We also share emotional updates on Big E, whose recent news has deeply resonated with the wrestling community. Join us as we reflect on their lasting impact, celebrate their remarkable journeys, and cherish the memories they left behind. Subscribe to keep their stories alive and ensure their influence is never forgotten. Chris Travis, born on December 16, 1983, was a gifted British professional wrestler whose influence on the independent wrestling scene remains profound. Known for his charismatic presence and impressive in-ring style, Travis was a standout performer in promotions such as Insane Championship Wrestling, ICW, Preston City Wrestling, PCW, and Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG. His blend of athleticism, technical ability, and natural showmanship quickly earned him a devoted fan base and widespread respect among his peers. Travis began his wrestling journey in the early 2000s and rapidly rose through the ranks of the UK indie circuit. He gained recognition not only for his physical talent, but also for his ability to tell compelling stories inside the ring. His tag team partnership with Martin Kirby as Project Ego became a major highlight, delivering countless unforgettable matches and rivalries. In 2014, Chris was diagnosed with stomach cancer, a devastating blow that temporarily forced him out of the ring. He bravely fought the disease and made an inspiring return to wrestling in 2015, earning admiration for his resilience and courage. Sadly, the cancer returned later that year, and on March 31, 2016, the wrestling world mourned his passing at just 32 years old. Despite his life and career being tragically short, Chris Travis left an indelible mark on British wrestling. He is remembered not only as a phenomenal performer, but also as a genuinely kind and supportive figure backstage. Fellow wrestlers often speak of his generosity, positive attitude, and unwavering love for the sport. Today, Chris Travis's legacy lives on through countless tributes, memorial matches, and the many wrestlers he inspired. His courage, talent, and spirit continue to resonate deeply within the wrestling community, ensuring he is never forgotten. Anton Holix, born on June 28, 1982, was a passionate and talented professional wrestler whose high-energy performances left a lasting impression on fans and peers alike. Launching his wrestling career in the early 2000s, Holix honed his craft in various independent promotions across the United States and internationally. Known for his incredible athleticism and fearless high-flying maneuvers, he quickly became a standout in the ring, earning admiration for both his physical prowess and his ability to tell compelling stories through his matches. Holix's rise in the wrestling world was marked by memorable rivalries and deeply engaging storylines that helped elevate his status within the industry. Whether playing the hero or the antagonist, he consistently brought intensity, creativity, and heart to his performances. Beyond his in-ring skills, he was deeply respected for his relentless work ethic, his dedication to constantly improving, and the positivity he brought to the locker room. Colleagues often spoke of his professionalism, humility, and willingness to mentor younger talent, reflecting the kind of person he was behind the scenes. Tragically, Anton Holix, a heartbreaking loss to the wrestling world. His sudden departure left a void in the hearts of fans and fellow wrestlers who had come to know him not only as a skilled performer, but as a genuine and kind individual. In the wake of his passing, tributes poured in from across the wrestling community, honoring his contributions and remembering the passion he brought to the sport. Anton Holix's legacy endures in the memories of those who witnessed his journey. His commitment to wrestling and his impact on the lives of others ensured that he will always be remembered as more than just a performer. He was a beloved figure who truly made a difference. Danny Hodge was a legendary American athlete celebrated for his extraordinary achievements in both amateur wrestling and boxing. Born on May 13, 1932 in Perry, Oklahoma, Hodge rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most dominant and respected figures in combat sports history. As a collegiate wrestler at the University of Oklahoma, Hodge made history with a flawless record of 46-0, capturing 3 consecutive NCAA championships from 1955 to 1957. Known for his unmatched technique and brute strength, famously able to crush apples with one hand, Hodge became the only amateur wrestler to ever appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated, a testament to his impact on the sport. His success extended to the international stage when he won a silver medal in freestyle wrestling at the 1956 Summer Olympics in Melbourne. Hodge also made waves in the boxing world, earning an 8-2 record and competing in the Golden Gloves before transitioning to professional wrestling. In the pro circuit, he continued to shine, winning multiple NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championships and earning a reputation for his technical precision and in-ring toughness. Tragically, his active wrestling career came to an end in 1976 following a devastating car accident. Despite this setback, Hodge remained an influential figure in wrestling. His legacy is honored each year through the Dan Hodge Trophy, awarded to the top collegiate wrestler in the nation, often regarded as the Heisman Trophy of wrestling. Danny Hodge, but his legend endures. Revered for his physical prowess, resilience, and groundbreaking contributions to wrestling, Hodge's influence continues to inspire generations of athletes in both amateur and professional arenas. The Iron Sheik, born Hossein Khosrow Ali Vaziri on March 15, 1942, in Tehran, Iran, was a legendary professional wrestler whose larger-than-life persona and enduring legacy made him one of the most iconic figures in wrestling history, leaving behind a remarkable career that bridged cultures and eras. Before entering the world of professional wrestling, the Iron Sheik was an accomplished amateur wrestler. He represented Iran in international competitions and even served as a coach for the U.S. Olympic wrestling team after immigrating to the United States in the 1970s. It was during this time that he transitioned into professional wrestling, bringing with him not only technical skill, but also a flair for theatrics. The Iron Sheik rose to prominence in the 1980s with the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, portraying a villainous heel character rooted in his Iranian heritage. His unique appearance, traditional garb, curled boots, and thick mustache made him instantly recognizable, while his powerful moves and fiery promos set him apart. He famously defeated Bob Backlund to become WWF World Heavyweight Champion and later ignited a legendary feud with Hulk Hogan, helping to usher in wrestling's golden era. Though his character was controversial, the Iron Sheik fully embraced the role, becoming a master of antagonism and crowd psychology. In his later years, he remained a beloved figure thanks to his candid, often hilarious interviews and outspoken social media presence, where he connected with a new generation of fans. The Iron Sheik was more than a character. He was a trailblazer who helped shape modern professional wrestling. His charisma, authenticity, and unforgettable persona earned him a permanent place in the hearts of wrestling fans worldwide. His legacy endures as a symbol of wrestling's theatrical brilliance and cultural influence. Eddie Guerrero, born on October 9, 1967 in El Paso, Texas, was one of the most beloved and influential professional wrestlers of all time. A second-generation star, Eddie was the son of legendary Mexican wrestler Gory Guerrero and a proud member of the Guerrero wrestling dynasty. From his early days in the late 1980s, Eddie showcased a unique blend of technical excellence, high-flying athleticism, and undeniable charisma that set him apart in promotions across the US, Japan, and Mexico. Guerrero's WWE career was defined by his resilience, charm, and unforgettable in-ring performances. Despite being smaller than many of his contemporaries, he rose to the top with heart and hustle. He captured numerous titles, including the WWE Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and multiple tag team titles. His crowning achievement came at WrestleMania 20 in 2004, when he defeated Brock Lesnar to become WWE Champion, an emotional victory that symbolized his personal and professional triumph. Eddie's lie, cheat, and steal persona, filled with wit and mischief, made him a fan favorite. His ability to portray both hero and villain with authenticity helped him form deep connections with audiences. Behind the scenes, Eddie battled addiction, but ultimately found redemption, becoming a symbol of hope and perseverance. Tragically, Guerrero, due to arteriosclerotic heart disease, his shocked the wrestling world and left an enduring void. In 2006, he was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy. Eddie Guerrero's impact is still felt today as countless wrestlers name him as an inspiration. His life and career remain a powerful reminder of redemption, passion, and the emotional depth of professional wrestling. Viva la Raza! Boston Lloyd, a promising and influential figure in the bodybuilding world, tragically, Lloyd made a name for himself with his powerful physique, bold honesty, and unfiltered insights into the often shrouded realities of competitive bodybuilding. His transparency set him apart in an industry that frequently thrives on perfection and silence. Boston's rise began with his commitment to physical transformation and his willingness to openly discuss performance-enhancing substances, training regimens, and the emotional toll of the sport. While his views sparked controversy, they also earned him a loyal following who appreciated his forthrightness. He quickly became not just a competitor, but a mentor to aspiring athletes navigating the pressures of fitness culture. Through social media, Boston built a platform where he offered educational content, personal reflections, and real-time glimpses into the life of a competitive bodybuilder. His honesty about the risks and sacrifices involved in the sport made him a polarizing yet undeniably influential figure. Many admired his courage to speak out about topics others were hesitant to touch. The news of his untimely sent shockwaves through the fitness community. Friends, fans, and fellow athletes mourned not just the loss of a physique competitor, but the silencing of a voice that challenged norms and encouraged transparency. Boston Lloyd's legacy extends beyond the stage. He will be remembered for his raw honesty, passion for bodybuilding, and relentless pursuit of truth. His life serves as both inspiration and caution, a reminder of the intense demands of the sport and the need for open conversations about health, choices, and longevity. In his short but impactful life, Boston made a mark that continues to influence and inspire. Brody Lee, born Jonathan Huber on December 16, 1979 in Rochester, New York, was a revered professional wrestler known for his powerful presence, agility, and deep connection with fans. He began his wrestling journey in 2003 on the independent circuit, adopting the ring name Brody Lee, a tribute to cult legend Bruiser Brody. With his towering 6 feet 5 inches frame and gritty style, Lee gained recognition in promotions such as Chikara, Dragon Gate USA, and Combat Zone Wrestling, where his intensity and charisma made him a standout. In 2012, Huber signed with WWE, where he was rebranded as Luke Harper and became an integral part of the Wyatt family, a haunting, cult-inspired faction led by Bray Wyatt. As Harper, he was known for his eerie persona, fierce brawling style, and unshakable presence in the ring. He won the Intercontinental Championship and formed a dominant tag team with Eric Rowan, but creative frustrations eventually led to his departure in 2019. Huber's career found new life in 2020 when he joined All Elite Wrestling, AEW, as Brody Lee, now revealed as the Exalted One and leader of the Dark Order. He quickly rose to prominence, capturing the TNT Championship and proving himself a compelling main event force. His AEW run, though tragically short, left a lasting impact on both fans and peers. On December 26, 2020, the wrestling world was stunned by Huber's untimely passing at age 41 due to a rare, non-COVID-related lung condition. His left a profound void, as he was remembered not only for his in-ring accomplishments, but for his kindness, humility, and devotion to his family. AEW honored his memory with an emotional tribute show, solidifying Brody Lee's legacy as a beloved wrestler, leader, and friend. Ettore Ewan, known to the world as Big E, has long stood as one of the most vibrant, magnetic, and physically dominant figures in WWE. With a megawatt smile, booming charisma, and unmatched energy, he rose from a collegiate athlete and powerlifting prodigy to one-third of one of the most successful factions in WWE history, the New Day. But in March 2022, Big E's meteoric career was abruptly halted by a devastating in-ring accident that left fans across the world holding their breath. As speculation mounted and the future of Big E's career hung in the balance, what emerged was not just a tale of injury, but a story of resilience, integrity, and a man determined to prioritize health over hype. This profile delves deep into the events surrounding his injury, the long and ongoing road to recovery, the swirling rumors that followed, and Big E's lasting influence, both inside and outside the ring. Chapter 1: A Star on the Rise. Before the injury, Big E was riding a wave of success. From his early days in NXT to winning the Intercontinental Championship and eventually claiming the WWE Championship in 2021, Big E was no longer just a tag team specialist. He was a legitimate main event player. Fans rallied behind him for his authenticity, unfiltered joy, and physical dominance. Trained under FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling, Big E was always considered a powerhouse. But it was his role in the New Day, alongside Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, that revealed his comedic genius and natural charisma. Together, they shattered records and stereotypes, bringing new life to the tag team division and winning over fans with pancakes, positivity, and passionate promos. Big E's 2021 solo push culminated in a WWE Championship victory over Bobby Lashley, a moment many fans considered overdue. His reign was a celebration of perseverance and represented a rare moment of genuine emotional catharsis in pro wrestling. But in less than a year, the joy turned to concern. Chapter 2: The Night That Changed Everything. On March 11th, 2022, during an episode of Friday Night SmackDown, Big E was involved in a tag team match that would prove catastrophic. As part of the contest, Ridge Holland delivered a belly-to-belly overhead suplex to Big E outside the ring. The move, common in wrestling, went tragically wrong. Big E landed directly on the top of his head, immediately collapsing to the ground. The match quickly derailed, and the atmosphere in the arena shifted. Medical personnel rushed to the scene. Within minutes, fans watching at home and in attendance realized the seriousness of the situation. Reports confirmed Big E had suffered fractures to both his C1 and C6 vertebrae. Miraculously, despite the brutal impact, Big E retained full motor function. He was able to move his arms and legs, eliminating immediate fears of paralysis. but a fractured C1 vertebra is no small injury. This was not merely a temporary setback, it was a life-altering moment. Chapter 3: The medical reality of a cervical fracture. To understand the gravity of Big E's injury, one must understand the anatomy involved. The C1 vertebra, also known as the atlas, is located at the top of the cervical spine and supports the skull. The C6 is located lower down, but remains crucial in protecting the spinal cord. Injuries to these areas can result in long-term disability, or many athletes who suffer similar injuries never walk again. Big E, by contrast, was smiling in his hospital bed days later, grateful for his mobility. Still, doctors made it clear full recovery would take time and returning to wrestling might never be advisable. Unlike many other severe injuries in professional wrestling, Big E's neck did not require surgery. His doctors believed the fractures could heal naturally with strict immobilization and rest. A neck brace became his companion for months, and strenuous activity was strictly prohibited. Chapter 4: Recovery, Reflection, and Resilience. What followed over the next 2 years was a period of introspection, physical healing, and public transparency. Big E kept fans informed about his recovery journey through social media, posting updates from hospital visits, sharing glimpses of his therapy, and even joking about his fashionable neck brace. He never lost the warmth and humor that made him a fan favorite. His rehab included wearing a neck brace for months, giving the fractured vertebrae time to heal and preventing strain or further displacement. Regular check-ins with neurologists and orthopedic specialists, ensuring the healing process was progressing. Physical therapy focused on strengthening the muscles around his neck and restoring full range of motion. Mental health care, something Big E has long advocated for, acknowledging the psychological toll of sudden immobility and an uncertain career. Despite improvements, Big E refused to rush anything. He repeatedly told interviewers and fans alike, "I'm not going to make any decisions until I know I'm 100% safe." Chapter 5: Myths, Misconceptions, and Media Rumors. As is often the case with high-profile injuries, misinformation spread rapidly. Let's address and dismantle the most prevalent rumors that circulated following Big E's injury. Rumor number 1: Big E is paralyzed. This was perhaps the most harmful and widespread falsehood. Contrary to initial fears, Big E retained full mobility from the moment of the accident. He was able to move all his limbs and had no signs of nerve damage or spinal cord compromise. This was confirmed in multiple statements from Big E and his doctors. Rumor number 2: Big E was quietly released by WWE. Several unverified blogs and social media accounts suggested that WWE had quietly released Big E due to the extent of his injury. This is categorically false. Not only did Big E remain under contract, but WWE continued to publicly support him. He made multiple appearances at WWE events and even took part in community outreach and PR activities during his recovery. Rumor number 3: Big E will never wrestle again. While it's true that Big E's return to the ring is uncertain, no official announcement of retirement has been made. In fact, Big E himself has been candid in saying that while he's not clear yet, he's open to returning only if it's medically safe to do so. Doctors are evaluating his progress yearly, and he has expressed a willingness to walk away from the ring permanently if there's even a minor risk of permanent damage. Rumor number 4: he's pushing for a fast comeback. The narrative that Big E was trying to rush his return was also false. Throughout his recovery, Big E has shown a clear commitment to long-term health. He has stated multiple times that his future health and quality of life outweigh any desire to return to action too soon. WWE's medical team echoed this stance. Chapter 6: Big E's Role in WWE. Today, though absent from the ring, Big E has remained a visible and integral part of WWE. He has participated in media and press tours representing WWE at charity and educational events, supporting his New Day brothers, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, during key matches and storylines. Voice work, podcast appearances, and commentary, all of which showcase his infectious personality. Community engagement, including speaking at schools, health awareness campaigns, and fan conventions. Even without stepping into the ring, Big E has continued to embody the spirit of WWE: positivity, strength, and connection with fans. Chapter 7, From Powerlifter to WWE Champion, a look back. Born on March 1st, 1986 in Tampa, Florida, Ettore Ewan had a storied athletic background before entering wrestling. He was a standout in football and went on to become a collegiate powerlifting champion. His physical prowess was legendary. He once bench pressed over 575 pounds and was celebrated for his squat and lift achievements. WWE took notice, and after joining FCW, later NXT, Big E's combination of size and personality quickly made him a rising star. He was initially pushed as a silent enforcer, but it wasn't until the formation of the New Day that his full potential was realized. Together with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day broke barriers and records, multiple-time tag champs, WrestleMania hosts, merchandise juggernauts. Big E's eventual singles run was viewed as a crowning moment of their collective efforts. Chapter 8, What the Future Holds. As of mid-2025, Big E's wrestling future remains in limbo, but is not defined by limitation. Rather, it reflects thoughtful caution. Yearly evaluations are ongoing, and while fans dream of his return, Big E continues to remain grounded in his decision-making. He has openly discussed alternate roles in wrestling, whether in commentary, backstage mentorship, or community relations. WWE, too, seems invested in keeping Big E as part of the family, regardless of whether he returns to physical competition. Some even speculate that Big E could transition into an ambassador role, similar to that of Titus O'Neil or William Regal, figures who inspire behind the scenes. But no matter what, one thing is clear: Big E's legacy is secure. Chapter 9, A Legacy Bigger Than Wrestling. Big E's legacy goes far beyond championship reigns or highlight reel moments. His true impact lies in his authenticity, resilience, and the light he brings to those around him. In an industry where characters often overshadow the person behind them, Big E stands out for being unapologetically himself, joyful, grounded, and inspiring. Known for his powerhouse strength and infectious charisma, Big E has always connected with fans on a deeper level. Whether through his comedic timing with the New Day or his powerful promos about perseverance and unity, he has built a bond with audiences rooted in honesty and heart. His presence is a reminder that wrestling isn't just about competition, it's about connection. Following his devastating neck injury in 2022, Big E's journey has taken on even more significance. His openness about his recovery, health challenges, and future uncertainty sparked important conversations in WWE and beyond about athlete safety, neck injury protocols, and life after wrestling. He became an advocate not just for himself, but for the well-being of all performers who put their bodies on the line. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his in-ring future, Big E continues to inspire. His humility in facing adversity and his unwavering optimism have become hallmarks of his public persona. He hasn't just shown what it means to be a champion in the ring, he's shown what it means to be a champion in life. Whether he returns to competition or not, Big E has already cemented his place as one of the most beloved and respected figures in modern wrestling. He represents the best of what professional wrestling can be: resilient, real, and radiant. His legacy is one of strength, not just in body, but in spirit, and his impact will be felt for years to come. Conclusion: Big E, forever a champion. The night of March 11th, 2022 marked a turning point in Big E's career. During a match on SmackDown, he suffered a devastating neck injury that left him with a broken C1 and C6 vertebrae. It was a moment that shocked fans and peers alike, but it didn't break the spirit of the man, known for his infectious energy, booming laugh, and boundless positivity. From the hospital bed to the long months of physical therapy, Big E has approached recovery with the same determination and heart that made him a fan favorite in the ring. Updates on his health have been marked by optimism, grace, and gratitude, proof that his strength extends far beyond the physical. While the future of his in-ring career remains uncertain, his role as a figure of inspiration in WWE has never been clearer. Whether he's cheering from ringside in a suit, lending his voice to commentary, or simply showing up to support his fellow wrestlers, Big E continues to be a beacon of positivity and resilience. He's remained deeply connected to fans, offering honest reflections on his journey, including the emotional and mental hurdles that come with such a life-altering injury. Big E's story is one of reinvention. The powerhouse who once steamrolled opponents with charisma and power is now on a different path, one that proves strength isn't just about what you can lift, but what you can endure. His recovery journey is redefining what it means to be a champion. Because being Big E was never just about muscles, championship gold, or thunderous tackles. It's always been about heart, humor, and hope. And those, as he continues to show the world, are truly unbreakable.